welcome to the Guitar for Vets Guitar Shop. The Guitar Shop is officially open. And if you're new to this guitar shop or any other shop, make sure your hands are clean before entering and enter with a smile for the staff. Guitar shops are the guitar player's mecca where you can try out new gear and learn about all that stuff. Daniel B. here. I'm a G4V Cavarts virtual chapter instructor and your host of the G4V Guitar Shop. This event wouldn't be complete without the guitar shop guitar gurus, and that would be Mr. John DeMarco. Say hi, John.
Hey, everybody.
And Michael is somewhere around the building, so we'll be talking with him.
Yeah, up there. I'm up here in Seattle. It's a long ways.
All right. Let me do one more thing, and that's disable that room in case anybody wants to get back in. And there we are. All right. Now, so Leif Peterson was supposed to be here. Is Leif here? No, I don't think so. No worries. It was going to be nice to have a special guest from the G4V workbench. Okay, so please bear in mind that our discussions are based on our experienced opinions and knowledge. Every effort is taken to verify any information we put forth. Any references to brands is for demonstration purposes only. And we at the Guitar for Vets Guitar Shop have no affiliation with any of the brands that we mention or use. So it's that time of the year, my friends. You've spread good tidings and cheer throughout the year. You've worked hard and maybe even had to provide for a family or a loved one. You should stand tall and be proud of your great deeds and, dare I say, perhaps get a little reward for all your efforts. Off to the guitar shop we go. Now Marshall, now Fender, now Gibson and Taylor, on Martin, on Spark, on Takamine and Gretsch. All I want for Christmas is my 2 new effects pedals. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 Tordex picks.
Daniel, I got to tell you, as much mixing and mastering as I do, I could not fix what you just sung in a million years, okay?
I am pitch perfect, my friend. So I'll settle for the pedals with a couple of patch cables. So this guitar shop is now your chance to call out what gear you'd like from your guitar gear wish list, and why even if it's not for Christmas. Okay, so I'll start off with my wish list and then over to either John or Michael. You guys do a toss of the coin and, see which one of you wants to go next. All right. Bet you didn't know we had a green room for the guitar gurus. They're off in that. Well, actually, Michael has a red brick room.
That's true. That's true.
That's very true. Show them your brick.
Okay, I'll show them the brick room. Hold on.
All right.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, I had a bricklayer come in just for that.
And a fine job he did. Okay. So while you guys are in the red and the green room, enjoy that eggnog and cookies that I put in there. Bet you didn't know that. So for my list, I want a looper. And actually, John DeMarco has one, and this inspired me on what looper I actually wanted to have. And that's the Donner Circle looper with its drum machine and up to 4 minutes of recording. It'll enhance my practice routine. Along with a looper, I would like the one pedal I always wanted since I started learning how to solo. I never got around to getting one. I don't know why. And I've been hearing the effect these days being used a lot more. And that is the Univibe. What do you see?
Yep, the Univibe.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And the Univibe is an effects pedal originally developed it was supposed to be simulating a rotating speaker that creates a warm and pulsating and swirling sound by combining phasing and vibrato effects. Obviously, Jimi Hendrix was the one that was the used one, and it was one exactly like the one you're seeing. This one particular model, if you want to get one, because they are very hard to find, goes between $3,000 to $5,000. The original Shine E, which is spelled SHIN hyphen capital EI Univibe, used by Jimi Hendrix, and it actually has provenance, and it's on YouTube right now, is going for about $55,000. Okay, so let me give you a little rundown on what that Univibe would have been. The original design was a Japanese engineer, Fumo Miyata, and it was done in the mid-60s. And he used a unique analog optical circuit, which was kind of neat. It had an incandescent bulb, a little small flashlight kind of bulb, that acted as a source of brightness, controlled by a low-frequency oscillator. Okay, for all of you that are into circuitry. Let's see, there was some light dependent, sorry, I'm squinting. There was light dependent resistors in it. And the four LDRs surrounded the bulb. As the LFO caused the bulb to pulse rhythmically, the amount of light hitting each LDR changed, which in turn varied the resistance in 4 separate phase shifting sections of the circuit simultaneously. That had a reflective enclosure, which was like a silver mirror or mirror-like metal hood, enclosed the bulb and the LDRs, ensuring that light was distributed and reflected in a specific complex way, which contributed significantly to the effect's unique organic modulation. Excuse me. The circuit achieved the effect without the use of optional or operational amplifiers, which was unusual for phasing effects at the time. The original, let's see, there was something about, the original Univibe, the classic 1968 was the date, was solid state, but there is a modern tube version that uses 12 AU7s, kind of like what's in a preamp. And that's what they're using in that. Those units go for about $1,200. So let me show you a Leslie speaker if I can get that to work. Anybody seeing? No, I got to reshare.
Daniel, before you get off that picture.
Yeah.
Before you get off that picture.
Yes, sir.
Can you go back to that picture by any chance?
Yeah.
I love your explanation of it. Great detail. I'm just a little confused on one of the things I've seen in the picture.
Okay, go ahead.
Why does it come with a tiny little toaster?
Well, you set it between light and dark.
It's like half a piece of bread.
Well, you can set it between light and dark, and you get your variations of the Univibe.
Sorry, I just had to.
That pedal was actually just an expression pedal to, obviously just like the wah or a volume pedal increases or decreases the intensity. So I got to do something here really quick. All right. 1 second, folks. I apologize. I have a noisy dog today. Okay, so do you see the cabinet that's right there?
Yep.
Okay. If you guys didn't know, that's a Leslie cabinet. That's what it looked like. It would actually have cloth over the front of it and everything. The grill was taken off. And they were actually a part of organs back in the day. Well, they still are today. B3, Hammond B3s has a section for a Leslie. And so you obviously this is out back in the day when they still were using tubes and stuff. And to this day, if you bought one, it would look pretty much the same as this configuration. The speaker, you have the speaker on the top, and then on the bottom, and then on the top, and those top horns are rotating, and it works on a variable speed pedal. Okay, let's see. Then I forgot to show that Donner. Let me show that Donner.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I actually, when I was about 16 or 17, I started playing organ and had a Leslie.
Oh, yeah,
So,
and they're cool.
Yeah, they're really cool.
A lot of
They
fun.
really are. So let me see. Let me share this. And there we go. And John, you're familiar with this one.
Yep.
I'm
Favorite
really
toys.
One
of my favorite toys.
I know. I'm really looking forward to getting a hold of one and playing around with them. And they're really not that expensive. You can get more expensive loopers, but from what I was looking at, this one here really was quite, would do whatever I wanted it to do. I don't need to record massive amounts. I just want to use it for my own entertainment. And then let me show you the newest, or not the newest, but our modern version of a Univibe. Let's see here. Too many pictures. Okay, y'all see the 69 Vibe there?
Yep.
Okay, and this is like one of the better ones, believe it or not, even though it's really not expensive, it is one of the better ones because of all the control that you have on it. I went through a bunch of reviews, and I thought because, it's a Behringer, that it wouldn't be any good, and it's actually pretty decent. So if y'all are really interested in helping out this host, that's the one I want. And I think after that, I am completed with my little wish list. So who wants to be next?
I can go next. Let me
right.
share my screen. Well, hello everybody, and let me know if you can see my screen. Hopefully.
Yes.
So in the realm of, this is something I could get. My loved ones might get me something like this. I'm looking for a pair of open back headphones.
Oh, but I have one on pinning heels. I thought there was another one.
And then the other thing is that my speakers sit on my desk, and they're kind of hidden by my monitors. So I want to get them up in the air. So then next to that, I've got some speaker stands. And that what I like about them is that they clamp onto your desktop, and then you can raise them up, 10, 12 inches from what you can see them right there. And then, of course, another thing that could be on the list, you guys know I love my pedal boxes. I've been looking at these TC Electronic boxes, and what they call them an amp in a box. And so the one over on the left is supposed to kind of emulate like a 65 Fender amp with a cabinet. And that's the interesting thing about these, is that it isn't just distortion, it isn't just boost. It's also that it has a built-in cab, sometimes more than one, that you can choose from. The one in the middle is sort of a clone of a British, the AC30. And then the one on the far right is a clone of supposedly one of the Marshalls. And so I haven't decided which one of these I might invest in, or see if my lovely wife would invest in. But seems within the realm of possibility. And then I thought, well, then what if I really had unlimited resources? What would I really want to get? And a little story behind these two things. Well, first of all, on the left there is 1957 Fender Champ, and you can see the price tag there, $3,100, almost $3,200. One of the things that I've always wished I had was one of the original Champs. They go all the way back to 48, but this one seemed like it was almost doable at 3,200. You get farther back in the 50s or into the late 40s, and you're talking 10, 15,000, especially if they're still working. So I think that's pretty cool. The on the right there, what you see is it's kind of a rare guitar. It never really made it big, but it's a Fender Mustang. And I actually, for a couple of years in high school, I actually had this under my fingertips. A good friend of mine who said, "Hey, you need to be in our band," and it was mostly because, and Michael, you and I must be the same person, because I played keyboard, and I had a Farfisa organ, and so he wanted an organ in the band. And I said, "That's great, but I want to borrow an electric guitar because I want to learn how to play electric guitar." And that's when I started banging on, doing rhythm guitar. And so he borrowed me this literally a 64 Fender Mustang, and I had it for a couple of years. And then we graduated from high school, and he said, "Yeah, I'm getting married, so I need to sell this." He says, "I'd like to sell it to you for $120. And I said, "Oh, no, too rich for my blood. That's too much money." As you can see now, 50 years later, $7,000 for the same guitar. And, it's not a Strat, but it's an old Fender, and it was a lot of fun to play. So that's my wish list. And at that, I think we can turn it over to Michael to give us some input.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna love my wish list. So all of you know that I think all of you know that I'm a computer hack. So all of my effects, all of my vocal processing, all my guitar processing, all my drums, my bass backing track, everything runs on my MacBook. Everything runs out of MainStage for performances. And so when I look at Daniel's pedals and John's pedals. One of the things I go is I say, okay, give me a software version of that, right? and I can try it out and plug it into my MacBook. And I will tell you that just if you think about the actual hardware, right? So a Leslie, I'll give you an example of that. And then you think about the Leslie pedal, which mimics a Leslie. And then you think about the software plugin, which mimics a Leslie pedal, which mimics a Leslie, or maybe just mimics a Leslie. Unless you actually have a Leslie with its cabinet, you're mimicking. And so people have done that in hardware, but with software, my view of the world is that I love hardware, but software has gotten so good at mimicking, right? These different pedals and these different effects that from my perspective, I'm migrating away from the hardware pedals. And so I always promote the idea that, if you get your Apple or, you can pick up GarageBand, try out some of this stuff, get a little audio interface for your computer, try out some of these pedals and things just to play with it. Because you can't, unless you're Daniel, right, and you've got all the money and all the room in the world, you can't go out and buy
hang on a minute now.
300 pedals. But you can try out 300 pedals.
My wife that has the
money. And that's why you're living in the basement, I can tell. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that spiel behind because life isn't all software. So let me share my screen with you. Where did I put that? So I'm going to go to Google Chrome. Let's see what's in Google Chrome. All right, now I have to go. I'm running on one screen, so this is not exactly. Okay, here we go. Can I get, there you go. Do you see that guitar? Okay, so I play Taylors. They are beautifully smooth. I've got a beautiful blues jazz guitar, a Taylor T5Z custom, just amazing instruments. And so my acoustic is a 714, but this is an 814 natural, right, a nylon string guitar. And I started playing nylon string years ago. And of course, it's a finger style guitar, and then kind of left it behind. Not even sure what happened to that guitar. It was a pretty cheap one, but as I get into a little bit softer mood, as I mellow out here, as I age, I'm considering picking up a nylon string guitar. And so from my wish list for you is two things: is that you learn how to finger pick. Whatever guitar you're playing, and it's different on electric, it's different on acoustic. And then maybe later on you go, you know what? Let me see how this really sweet finger picking would sound. And you go look at some nylon guitar for your nylon string guitar, classical guitar, for your collection. So I don't know, how many of you have a classical nylon string guitar right now? Okay.
I wish. But I want a Pim and Tell, which are way more than that.
I know. Yeah, I've got to compromise somewhere. Well, I mean, one thing is, will my ears hear the difference at this point, right?
Right.
So, okay. So there you go.
Hey, Michael.
Yes.
I didn't realize you're an 814 CE guy.
Well, I'm a 714. I have a 714 CE. Yeah.
If you're able, I just put a link in the chat, which is the new Taylor G4V 814 guitar. Can you bring that up for us to see?
Ooh, let's go there.
You may want to put this on your Christmas, because it helps a good cause.
I know it does. Okay, so I'm gonna click on that link. Ooh.
Very nice.
The pictures don't do it justice. It's like a chocolate brown, and the side binding really like jumps out at you. It's kind of an orange.
Oh, that is. So what is the wood here? Is that a mahogany? And what? Yeah, mahogany neck. Oh, ebony fingerboard, rosewood back and side, spruce top. Wow. So how much does G4V get for each sale?
I think we were at, it might even say it down below, or it might have been on the Taylor site when you buy it, but I think we're like 80% of it goes to G4V.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. That is a beautiful guitar. So did you basically have them develop a design, a custom?
Yeah, so this is their second one. They did a smaller, I think it was like the 214. And in fact, while you're on Sweetwater, just maybe put in Taylor Guitars for Vets and see if the other one comes up. It was a much more affordable guitar with much more of a military kind of theme to it. I want to say it was
the one with the American. I think there's an eagle. There's a flag.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop.
So these are priced under $1,000. Obviously, the 814s are very expensive guitars, but these are beautiful guitars too.
Oh, gorgeous! Yeah, that's really pretty. That's really pretty. Okay, I'm glad you got the promo in there. Okay, so let me go here.
And no, there is no employee discounts. I'm sorry, I would hand them out like candy if I could.
Well, we get paid so much anyway. We might as well just buy them ourselves. Yeah, I'll buy one with the bonus check that you're going to send me, Paul.
That'll get you not even the postage.
So here you go. So I said, let's get out of the software business. So I picked up one of these a couple of weeks ago, and I got it from Sweetwater. They've got some specials going on. I love those guys, but I'm not promoting them. However, I wanted something that sits downstairs in the living room, because my studio's upstairs, and I wanted something I could just easily turn on and no pedals needed, just get a whole bunch of cool tones out of it. So I think, John, do you have one, a Spark 2 or a Spark 40, or who's got one?
Paul.
Yeah, Paul's got one.
Okay, so there you go. So Paul has one. I am like way super impressed, I got to tell you. Easy to use, easy to customize using their little software tool to AI, and it's got a limited set of pedals that you can adjust all the knobs and bells, little levers on if you want to. But Paul, I sit down with this thing, especially with my hollow body, and it is the sweetest little amp I've played in a very long time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
You,
digital app really responds well, like when you push up the gain on the amplifier itself, or if you use any of the echo delay pedals, they really respond very well. I travel a little bit, so I got the little Spark Mini.
okay, there you go.
Beautiful little thing for traveling. I mean, it's perfect for bedroom, and you still have all of the digital effects that you have on the 50 watt that you have.
Yeah, yeah, pretty amazing. I mean, I've seen some reviews about, a little flaky this or that, but I've not had a problem with my iPhone and with that amp. And so I am a gadget guy. Okay, so where do we go? So once you get this, I mean, I don't need the cabinet, right? Which you could throw it on top of a cabinet and make it look like a little mini stack. So I am going to try out the little Spark Control X and see if that lives up to its reputation. So this has a built-in looper. It has multiple templates. I'll call them templates, but you can long press one of the foot switches, and it brings up a whole set of controls for each button, then other ones. You can switch the effects. You can turn on and off effects. You can switch the amp models right in there, and you can loop with it. So it's going to arrive on Monday. And it's going to be my challenge for the week to learn how to use this and see if it's worth keeping. But I don't know, Paul, do you have a pedal for your amp, for your little or big Sparks?
I do. I have that one itself. I have the live, and I was using that when we were playing out with the cover band I'm in.
Yeah.
And it served me very well. It was very easy, but I've just kind of simplified everything. I'm just going back to tube amp and couple pedals, and it's
Couple of pedals, yeah.
serving me well. But it was very, very great to gig out with. It was very simple.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, so this is like I say, it's kind of like for home stuff. I wouldn't, I've got my software models all set up on my MacBook for
And
performance.
they really make everything wireless. The foot pedal is Bluetooth, so you see there's no cable connection there. The amp, if you got it, Michael, the Spark 50 and the Live also have a battery that lasts like 8 hours, so you don't even have to have electricity when you're out, and it seems to work really well that way.
Yeah, the two you can buy a battery for it as well. Or you can, have your own external battery pack. Although I forget the voltage. It's not 5 volt. It's more than that. So you can't just pick up any battery pack and put it into the USB port or the charging port, I guess, or the power port. Yeah, and then the last thing, and I don't need to show you this, but is I just picked up some. I like Dunlop picks. I've been using Fender picks for years and years and years. And I've had some Dunlops, and I like the different, one of the varieties of Dunlop picks that I have. But I just picked up a couple of their variety packs, where they have both not only variety of thickness, but variety of their pick styles and their pick materials. Because I'm at the point where I want to go, you know what? Let me finesse things a little bit more, and let me see what's out there in these picks, and let me try out a few, just to see what I can get from from tones out of picks. And if you guys online here have like settled in on a pick because you've tried a million of them, that's great. But if you're just playing with a pick because it's whatever came with the guitar in the mail, or you think it's the standard pick you should be using, I would encourage you to try some variety packs from different places. Not all at once, but and then because they do make a difference in tone, they make a difference in terms of how easy it is to do, in flat picking or solo picking. They make a difference in terms of what the sound is like when you're strumming. Both in terms of thickness and materials. So I would say that would be my third wish list and I've got one variety pack coming in the mail on Monday, I think, or tomorrow, just to kind of re-educate myself on what's out there for guitar picks without getting crazy on expensive. They're not that pricey anyway. So hey, there you go. There's my wish list for you.
Michael, may I ask you another favor, if you don't
Sure.
mind? Can you go to Sweetwater again?
Sure, I can.
So picks are kind of funny. I go through like stages with my picks where I find a pick I really, really like and I stick with it. Type in Ibanez sand pick. I just love the feel for these. They just feel so good in my hand. I'm not someone who drops my picks. I'm not really worried about the grip, but it's a very, very fine kind of sand.
Uh-huh.
You could just click on the sponsored product images. Maybe
Yeah,
there.
I did somewhere in here. Sponsor. Okay.
And you can see
Here we go.
they're not expensive. No,
No,
not
that's a
those
Fender
ones.
Mojo, Ibanez. We're just going to go to Ibanez thickness sand grip. Was it?
Those are the sand picks, yeah.
Yeah, these are the sand picks.
So
it's
all
gonna,
that black is like a sandpaper. It's a very tiny sandpaper feel, and just feels really good in between your fingers.
yeah. I've used something like that. It is for picking. It's not for hard full strumming because you get the sand. It's a short pick, but yeah. So there are millions of picks out there. By the way, my little secret. If you ever you soak yourself in the bathtub, you come out and you rub your hands together. They're all sticky. They don't want to, right? That's your mammalian water response for your skin. I'll just, up on stage, I'll just lick my fingers or practicing at home. I rub them a little bit to get them a little grippy, and then I use my Fender picks. I rarely drop a pick that way. So every once in a while, I'll have to re-lubricate or re-sticky my fingers, and there you go. All right.
Not happy. A lot of stuff not happy.
Well, Daniel, back to you.
All right. Well, I thank you so much, everyone, so far for your wish list, sharing that with us. And by the way, Michael, I like the Dunlop Flex Tortex.
Yep, Flex,
They're excellent. I get the 1 millimeter.
Oh, you like
Is
picking.
because the 1 millimeter really works well playing lead.
So do you?
I
do
do
you find
switch. I have a variety. I'll have a 7/3 if I'm just doing rhythm on my electric, or using on my 12 string. It really works. 0.73 millimeter. Then I use a 0.60, which is like a thin medium. I'll use that on my regular 6-string acoustics, and it's really got a great tone to them, and it's got that little bit of a, like, I don't want to say scratch. You remember that instrument where it's a wood block with all the grooves and you scratch across it?
Right.
It gives you that effect.
Yeah, when you're strumming?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's flapping on the strings.
Right. Yeah, like cards in the spokes of your
spokes and stuff.
bicycle.
Yeah, and that's kind of a classic acoustic
Do you still do
tone.
that, Michael? I do.
Yeah, I put it on my electric bike though.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars of what would be like rare cards today I did that with.
Right. All right, Mr. Paul, do you have a wish list?
Can you make me bigger?
Of course I can.
That's not my wish. I'm just asking for Zoom. So I
Thanksgiving dinner will take care of that, okay?
I don't have any tattoos, and so I'm thinking for Christmas I'd like to get a tattoo. And I'd like to get maybe a back tattoo, so that way if I don't like it I could cover it up most of the time, right? So I don't know if you can.
And what would that tattoo be of? Oh, here we go. It's being blurred.
Let me take my blur off for the
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And by the way, you'll never know if you like it or not because you can't see it on your back. Okay, get it. There you go. Ooh.
It's the Beatles tattoo.
Ooh.
Looks like a
Ooh.
little bit of like Yellow Submarine.
Ooh, look at that. That's crazy.
And how much whiskey will you be drinking before you get that tattoo?
0. To be honest
You're
with
the
you,
man.
I think the only Christmas present I'm wanting for my music life is more time. I just want more time.
Excellent.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right. unmute yourselves, and if you would like to share with us, DJ, I'm sure you've got something you want for Christmas that's musically related.
I already got it.
What's that?
If you-
You got
Hey.
nice grill.
this is the Stevie Vai version,
I like that.
and it comes with a nice chord that matches it. The other ones don't come with a nice chord, so it's I'm really impressed with it. I'm having a lot of fun.
Are you happy with the variety of sounds you can get out of that?
I was shocked because on just regular clear, it wasn't that loud. I turned that up to I don't know what did I turn it up to? I can't remember.
11. It goes to 11.
Well, no, I meant the I can't see it. The different effects button.
Effects, yeah.
I turned it up to the highest one and blasted me out of the house almost.
Wow.
It was the same volume setting. But anyway, that's my treat for the holidays.
Cool.
Oh, happy holidays.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Come on, y'all. I know y'all got something you'd like to have for Christmas. Anyone?
I already got mine. Spark 2.
Well,
And,
what was it, Jay?
I have it down in the living room. Every once in a while, I'll fire it up and get the wife pissed off at me.
And what is that? What is it?
The Spark 2.
Oh, you got a Spark too. The Spark amps, Paul, seem to be.
So, David and Jay, when you're using your Spark, are you using the app interface with it?
Yeah, on the iPhone.
It's great. That app interface it's a lot of fun to play with. It's very intuitive, and you just slide over the gain knob. It's an old-fashioned picture of the amp, and you just slide over treble or bass, and then you could just with a click of your finger turn on the pedals. It's a lot of fun.
Have you used the AI feature yet in the app?
I just did.
Go.
I asked for a dirty blue sound.
There you go,
John
Dirty Blues.
Hampton,
Yep.
you've got one of those
said,
too?
Yeah, Dirty Blues. Give me a little reverb.
Oh, you've got the little
I got both the.
That is the pocket size. Yeah.
Well, it's amazing how well this little thing plays. I put it out in the living room with the little lady out there, and she doesn't get too overly excited. I have a couple of others, and I have the Spark 2 as well, and if I take that out there, it's just way too loud, so I keep it in the music room here. But,
so who thinks I should get rid of my Marshall?
This will go 4 hours. I can take this thing out by the fire pit. I can take this thing on the back porch or take it, anywhere we go. And in fact, I have an old hot rod that doesn't have a radio in it. I put this in there and use it as an amplifier.
Yeah.
Wow.
John, on some of the promotional videos, there's guys walking around the street with their guitar strap and that strapped to it, and they're just playing. And
I can hang it on. I got a little nail over here. I hang it on to keep it close, underneath my, I put it right there. And anytime I want to, plug that in, I can do that, or I can just use the app. And what I do a lot is I'll use that amp and I'll just basically jam with the artist.
Right.
And I can follow along with the music. That's my best trick I have but that's what I do, and it helps me learn a lot of new things. And again, this one has 4 different settings, where the other one's a lot less limited. But
so that reminds me, John. Another way that I like to use it is if I have a backing track, say on my iPad or my MacBook. When the Spark amp connects, there's 2 audio connections it's making. One is to hear your guitar out of the amp. The other is whatever music you want. Right. So I'll have the jam track coming out of the Spark 2 as well, and it's got its own volume, so I can control the music playback independently from the guitar. And it just makes it like if you want to just start having fun and jamming, you got these great sounds. When it works, it's just a couple, clicks and you're off.
Yeah, and
we have to do a show on it.
We got to get a Positive Grid rep in here somehow.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
And
I'm really
go around and
impressed with
everybody
what it
could
does.
show their favorite sounds and stuff. Yeah.
Ooh, I like what Jay's got on the back of his guitar.
That's,
Right.
That's a Tonewood amp.
That's a Tonewood amp.
Yeah. I started playing around with going from this, the output of this into a Spark amp. Yeah.
Yeah,
Turn the Leslie on or reverb, you do all kinds of stuff.
Hey, Jay, the second generation of those are just awesome.
The tone amp.
Tonewood amp, yeah, they're coming out with the second generation.
And that also has an app interface that's a lot of fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's coming out with those app interfaces, so it's
software, Daniel.
Android or
software. Software is the future.
I'm telling you, I think you're absolutely right. I still, and I've talked with several people about it. We all agree that we still like to have that push of air behind us.
Yeah, I know. I can get a big stack of speakers. Hey, Jay, I wanted to. You probably have discovered this, but if you play for people, they know what an acoustic guitar sounds like, right? And so they expect your guitar to sound like an acoustic guitar. And when they don't see an amp, they don't see anything outside of your guitar, and all of a sudden it's coming out with vibrato or it's coming out with chorus. People light up. They go, "Wow, this is really cool." So Tonewood amp is one of those like guitar, awards of the year kind of things that I would give it one of those of the year.
If y'all
inventions.
didn't know, those Tonewoods actually turn the guitar body into a speaker.
Yep, it vibrates on the back of the guitar body so that it then becomes the speaker for the guitar becomes the speaker. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
And they're reasonably priced. They're not horribly expensive. Yeah. So if you ever want to just play your acoustic without plugging in anywhere, and you want it to sound a lot sweeter, have some effects to it, delay and such, pick one up.
David Schubert, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I did. Got a couple of things.
Please share.
I have a Yamaha with a built-in acoustic amp built into it.
Huh.
There's a very nice little digital amplified. But what I'm looking for at Christmas is an Akai Pro Sound keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the capability with the tap buttons for drum sets and everything else.
Right. I've seen those.
And recording. And right now, I just saw on the two of the sites that they're down $200. So
yeah, I got a 49
too.
I got an MCP. I think it's MCP 49 key synthesizer. They don't. It's and the different for all of you that maybe not be familiar with this. There are two kinds of keyboards. There's one that has the built-in sound, built-in effects like electric piano, electric organ, and there's another one that only sends out signals that have to be interpreted by something else. That's where you expand, the numbers of kinds of instruments that you can play. Typically, it's MIDI, M-I-D-I, and you can plug it into something that is capable of taking MIDI and performing based upon, I hate to use the word plugins, or software that has organs and guitars and orchestras and everything else. And so you're really playing whatever instrument you want on this keyboard.
That's what my MIDI controller does. John has the same one.
MIDI controller, keyboard MIDI controller.
Yeah, the M Audio is the one I have, 49.
One I'm looking at, I'm not going to show up.
That was an early Christmas present I bought myself.
The MPC Key 37.
Key 37,
Yeah.
Which is a whole production keyboard.
Yep. Yeah, they make some good stuff. They do. And you get some free software with it, synthesizers and things.
Yep. Anyone else like to share something?
So when are we drawing names and what is our limit?
Oh, Paul, I drew you as my Secret Santa, by the way.
Secret Santa.
For that Jimi Hendrix Univibe.
Original Univibe, yeah.
Well, if I'm allowed to go off the same criteria that Santa does on how good you've been for the year, I'll congratulate you, Daniel.
Thank you. I guess let's see. I think we're gonna wrap this up, I guess. So this is our last one of the year, our last show of the year. We'll be back next year. Paul, when are you making your major announcement? Later on? Okay, so I won't go into that. So what we'd like to do, and I want to extend this to the workbench too, because I think we'll do that on, John, I'm sure you'll probably do it on the next workbench, is that if you all have any ideas of what you'd like to see us present in our events, or if there's some events that you'd like to help to, or that you'd like us to create, we're looking to do that for Cavarts and for our membership. If y'all don't know my email, it's Daniel, all lowercase, Daniel.Bigelow, Bigelow, at guitarforvets.org. Or you can private message me on Cavarts. We'd love to hear from y'all and get your input on what you'd like for to be seen, or for us to get into a research or dive into, or something you might want to learn about. And so on that, I'm putting the close sign in the window. The guitar shop is closed until we meet again next year, probably sometime around February, maybe the second Saturday of January. I gotta have to talk with the guitar gurus and see what we'd like to do. And and my God, I couldn't ask for two better people to be working with. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, Michael. The best of the holidays for you, and the best of blessings to you both. Thank you so much for what you've done for this and for Cavarts and Guitar for Vets.
And I want to thank. Oh, I'm going to cut you short. I want to thank everybody on the Zoom today, because I like people. People are my thing, and so I think about this. You're all here to learn guitar, or hear something about guitar and Guitar Shop. But from my perspective, the fact that you're here is more important than what I can tell you. The fact that I see you is more important than what I can tell you. The fact that, because I'm not getting out of the house as much as I used to. The fact that I can, sort of have a common interest with you. I want to thank you so much for coming to these events. Really appreciate it.
Well said.
Daniel, I didn't know if you want to let people know what's happening Thursday night.
Oh, yes, I'm getting to that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. John, you have anything you want to share?
Well, yeah, I was just going to thank everybody. I feel the same way. It's a great community, and it's great to have so many folks who love guitar and the technology behind it as much as I do. So really appreciate everybody. Talking about Thursday night, we're going to be doing our next workbench. And we did a little poll on Cavarts, and we're going to show you how to exchange or change your tuners on a guitar, or maybe you've got one you're restoring or something like that, as well as put strap buttons on and talk about the do's and don'ts. And then the other part of that is going to be replacing the nut, getting the old nut off and replacing it, as well as the saddle on the bridge and why you might want to do that or need to do that. And then we're also going to spend some time with the people who show up. We'd like to get feedback from all of you as to what we approach next year on the workshop. So much like we're talking about today for the guitar shop, for the workbench, we'd like to talk about what would you like to see us program for next year. So looking forward to that too.
All right. So thank you all. I really appreciate that you're showing up and helping us out with all this. And happiest of holidays to everyone. Blesses to your family. So to all, remember, you can pick your guitar for health and happiness. Guitar for Vets is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to providing relief to struggling veterans through the healing power of music and community. Since 2007, Guitar for Vets has served at-risk United States veterans impacted by PTSD and other service-related trauma. Through our unique 10-week structured guitar instruction program, putting the healing power of music in the hands of our nation's heroes, helping to foster renewal, connection, and community. And to y'all, namaste and be well.